Hey y'all, watch along as I make over this old silver tray. I start out with my Royal bronze combo. It's black paint mixed with metallic copper paint. I just keep adding the copper into the black until I get the color that I desire. So I did add quite a bit of copper paint into this mixture, painted it all over the tray. I did give it 2 coats. I dried it in between with my hairdryer, my heat gun, and once it's dry, before I use a rub-on transfer, I always like to seal my surface. I like the Paint Pixie force field. I let that dry, and then my transfer is ready to go down. This is a Prima transfer, an IOD transfer, I honestly don't remember, but I did get it from vintageretailtherapy.com, and you just press it down and rub it out. And I did cut the image that I wanted, so I did do a lot of trim work on this, and then once I got that center piece on there, I wanted to extend it to the sides of the tray. So I just took more transfers from that same booklet, and I believe it is an IOD transfer. And I will leave the link though in the video description once I find out after I'm done doing this voiceover. And I just kept cutting pieces of that transfer out. And then the great thing about these transfers is that you can lay them down on top of each other and they blend seamlessly. You would never know that this tray had like 4 different pieces of that floral on there. And I just kind of started off on the flat part and just worked it up the sides. You do get a little bit of cracking in there, but I'm not particular about that. It kind of gives it that vintage vibe that I like. And I just kind of kept looking at it and adding until I was happy with how it covered the tray. I needed a little bit more down there at the bottom. And then the excess, I just kind of wrapped under the tray. And as you can see, it's fully loaded in there. After I had the transfer I wanted, I took some antique gold rub and buff and just accented the details on the side of the tray. It had like a fancy edge work. And then to protect the tray, I mixed Triple Thick and Duraclear together. It's 3 parts Triple Thick, 2 parts Duraclear. Stir it together. It gives it a beautiful shine. I did do 2 coats of that sealer on there, but it just makes it really pretty and seals that transfer all down. And then when it was all said and done, I took some hot pink, like burgundy rhinestones, and added them all around the side of the tray because, you know, sparkle is my thing and it had to have some sparkle. You could also epoxy these trays. They make great gifts, housewarming gifts, birthday gifts, and in the end, it really is a stunning piece. And I hope you guys enjoyed my little DIY. I hope you get creative and try your own.